If it's something to do with my work, if it's feedback on how I'm dancing, how I'm performing, then that's, even if it's really negative and even if it's said in a harsh manner, I take it as constructive feedback because that's what I owe to my audience, is to listen to them. Maybe it's not said in the nicest way and it can little pinch you a little bit, but it's a bit of a reality check that, okay, listen, I need to work on this. And this is the feedback that I am getting. Even if you take it as, okay, these people are trolling, I don't take it like that. I take that as constructive feedback. But if it's something to do with how I'm looking or how my face is or how I'm looking extra thin today or how my jaw is a bit too big and it's, you know, not looking nice in this photo, those are things I of course ignore. But yes, it's very important to accept that it can hurt you.
Obviously, my most exciting, what I was most excited about was to work with Karan Johar and to be playing the younger Shah Rukh Khan, but also to go to America. I was 14 years old and I never gone out of the country, and I just assumed that because it's a Karan Johar film, this is also going to be my first international trip. I don't remember like even a single day of, even the first time I was meeting her, of having to protect or like guard my identity. There's something about Shanaya that made me feel very easy. I can't pinpoint to what that is.
Sure.
But it just made me feel very easy and I was able to be completely myself from the first second.
Hello everybody, I'm Rudwani and welcome to Zoom Speak Easy. I'm so excited. Romance is in the air, I know. I know it's soon obviously the month of love as well, but romance that is so interesting and romance that can be very dangerous. And of course with such interesting casting, I am with the team of Tu Yaa Main. Thank you for doing this.
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
But like I said, romance that can be dangerous and romance that is so much fun. I'm glad, you know, this is, I think we don't have enough love stories, especially of the different kind, and we need to get that back. I'm going to straight up ask both of you and you know, whoever wants can take it up. I love the chemistry. Whatever I have seen, the songs and every bit I have, and I think that's a very effortless but extremely sparkling sort of passionate chemistry as well. And of course, it's a young romance. So I want you to know the kind of effort it takes to build a chemistry that looks genuine. The fresh casting helps, but I still feel that there is a little bit of groundwork that goes into building that chemistry which everybody's talking about. So you want to take it?
What was it? Do you want to start? Because
Honestly, I think chemistry, firstly, it also just clicks sometimes with how Shanaya and Adarsh are with each other. Then it goes into the screen, right? True. And I think that banter and that comfort, more than banter, I think it was comfort that was always there between me and Adarsh, which I think really helped us to explore in the workshop. And I think workshops in itself is a very, you open up, right, as actors, and it is a very vulnerable spot, a workshop, and you have to open up. And I think those moments really helped us kind of get that comfort in and feel calm with each other, to explore certain scenes. And I think just talking, spending time with each other, I think those things really helped us a lot. And doing silly things in front of each other, you know, which happens in the workshop, you know, goofing up, making those mistakes, and having a laugh about it and laughing at each other about it. I think those are moments that are actually very important.
Is it a mandatory thing for you that you have to kind of at some level become friends? Is it necessary?
It's very helpful. It just makes your job so much easier.
That's what I said. I think it just becomes easier. It always adds.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what she's saying, you know. I think there was no, I don't remember like even a single day of, even the first time I was meeting her, of having to protect or like guard my identity. There's something about Shanaya that made me feel very easy. I can't pinpoint to what that is.
Sure.
But it just made me feel very easy and I was able to be completely myself from the first second. And I think from our first day at the workshops, like every time there was a break, we were constantly like roasting each other, and it was just like, I feel like our friendship language in that sense, you know. And I feel like it's a lot easier to play lovers when you're good friends.
True.
Because that's also what who lovers are in, you know, in a greater sense. You have to be, you are friends first and then lovers later, right? Like, so I feel like that really helped us. Yeah.
Does charm come as easy to you, Adarsh, as it come to our Alas Para and Huh? Does
Thank
that?
you for
Because the
saying
line
that.
works,
I'm
no?
very
The snack
flattered.
line that I was discussing.
I
love
don't
that
know.
line.
Wouldn't really.
Isn't it?
He did
because
it so well.
I feel like
Whenever
you
I
don't
watched
see it.
that, I was watching and I was just like smiling. I was just like, it's such a sweet moment.
I think everybody. I mean, the thing is, the snack line is so like.
I know, but it's how he did it.
over abused. I feel.
Yeah.
But I just feel like you don't see it coming.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never really considered myself
Charming?
to be a charming person. No,
I
not
think
really.
he is, no, Shanaya? There's something
Yeah, I
very,
mean, I feel
very natural.
Of course.
I don't know.
That's what you-
I'm
Shanaya's
getting
like,
awkward right now.
Yeah,
I don't know
Shanaya's
what
like,
to
guys,
do.
you're in the room. That's fine. Sorry, you take the answer.
No, I guess I just I was very aware of like a certain performative quality that Allah has, that Allah should have rather, you know, where he's like playing to the gallery a lot of times.
Yeah.
He could be a very different person in his privacy, where you know he's somebody who's grown up in you know difficult neighborhood and probably has a lot of family problems. But like once he doesn't want anybody to show that, you know, like he doesn't want anybody to see the broken side of him. He wants everybody to think that he's constantly like this guy who's having a great time.
Do you think he also is trying to be a little more cool because she comes from a way more privileged background than him?
Yeah, but
And she's also really cool because the social, you know, she's a social media star and all of that.
100%.
You think he's also trying, like, you know, when he, like, in the song, you'll notice him taking up to these really cute spots, you know, like he prepares for her and they go and have like a drink there. But I feel like maybe he's putting in that effort also because he's like,
certainly.
मुझे लगता है वो मेरे औकात से बाहर है
100%.
वाला.
You're right.
You think that?
You're right, but his way of getting her or bringing her to his side is not by trying to go on that side.
No, exactly.
Like it's like I feel like it's between the characters. They're figuring के कौन ज़्यादा bend करेगा किसके लिए because
Yeah. Like
and that's
aware
also a
of the
line.
background.
Yeah, it's a line also. I think it was in the trailer,
हाँ,
right?
Churchgate
is
से
there.
विरार लाऊं कि
ना
विरार से
जाओ,
Churchgate. It's about that. It's the class difference between both these characters, and they're like, who is going to bend more? Because I am the scene that you are referring to,
Yeah.
the pav bhaji scene. She is not as Avni. She's probably not somebody who's ever sat on a
Roadside
stall
stall
like that and had pav bhaji. You know, so in that instance, it's actually her who's come towards my side, and you know, so I don't think I'm somebody who's trying to please by pretending to be somebody else. Yeah.
Interesting, you know, you play a social media star. You had a lot of social media following even before you kind of officially debuted, which was, you know, there was interest which comes with the background that you have. But it also is a learning when you become that before that, because you're also going to get the brickbats even
Yeah.
sooner. When playing a character like this, there's a lot that you can also understand, right? There is a curated life that you are presenting on social, which is sometimes so different from who you are, which I'm sure you feel similarly.
Yeah.
Tell me, how are you able to balance that out? Because
As Shanaya?
as Shanaya, and again, through understanding your character.
Yeah, of course. I mean, for Shanaya, I think it's all about I think always having that fine line that this is social media, it's not real life, and having a little bit of your whatever makes your life a little bit fuller, which is even, you know, going out with your friends, having a good meal, disconnecting, watching a movie, having a little bit of a normal routine and not getting too caught up in the noise. And you know, there is a lot of noise on social media for anyone, for actors, for content creators. It's just how the world works right now. It's easy to just comment, it's easy to just DM and, you know, pass those remarks. But again, I've said this also before in an interview, that all these remarks and stuff also, I as Shanaya, I take it as constructive feedback. I don't really look at it, I don't take it too much to heart. But to keep that fine line, I have my routine, which is away from like the film kind of world, so to say, as the industry. If I switch off and go to my school friends, these are like, we don't talk about anything about, you know, the movie world, which is something which is very important. So yeah.
Because you said that, interesting. I think earlier during Aankhon Ki Gustakiya, you had said that you actually go and you search for negative comments and see any kind of comment. And you
Yeah, I don't search for negative
Not
comments,
next.
but yeah, but I do
You go
go
through
through
all.
comments. I do go through comments. I always.
Shanaya, that's a very different tactic, and I hear most actors tell me I don't go through my comment section,
Yeah.
which is what I wanted to ask you. Does that not impact your mental health? Because there is a lot, especially when it comes to a lot of female actors, that they have the leeway to go ahead and comment on each body part and face and every single thing
Yeah.
that you've been through.
Yeah, of course.
How do you then, How are you, like, do you look at comments and you take that feedback and then you let go of, I don't know, I found it very interesting because I want to understand how it impacts you as a person.
Yeah, see, I think that there are always different kinds of comments. Like, if it's something to do with my work, if it's feedback on how I'm dancing, how I'm performing, then that's, even if it's really negative and even if it's said in a harsh manner, I take it as constructive feedback because that's what I owe to my audience, is to listen to them. Maybe it's not said in the nicest way and it can little pinch you a little bit, but it's a bit of a reality check that, okay, listen, I need to work on this. And this is the feedback that I am getting. Even if you take it as, okay, these people are trolling, I don't take it like that. I take that as constructive feedback. This is what I owe to them. I'm here for their acceptance, right? For the audience's acceptance, and I have to earn that. How am I going to do that if I don't know what they're feeling about me and if I'm running away from that? So that's why I go through it a lot. But if it's something to do with how I'm looking or how my face is or how I'm looking extra thin today or how my jaw is a bit too big and it's, you know, not looking nice in this photo, those are things I of course ignore. But yes, it's very important to accept that it can hurt you. Sometimes when you run away from that, that's when it gets a little troublesome for me personally. So for me, it's like, if I feel anything, I talk to my mom about it. I trust her the most. She's like my best friend. So I chat with her, and that's where I get my confidence right back. So yeah.
Is your character as wise as this?
She's actually, like, even forget wise, I would say she's like such a badass when you get to know her and when you see her in the film, that I actually learned so much from her.
Really? What did you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to, like, I think I'll give too
away,
much away, but
which
we'll
is why
meet again after the film.
Very interesting. Adarsh, you have a dharma connection.
We do.
I mean,
Me and you?
yeah.
My name is Khan.
Oh, like a dharma connection.
Yeah,
oh,
dharma
like that.
connection.
Yes.
And I must tell anybody who doesn't, if you're living under a rock, just in case, I would want to tell now that you got to play the younger version of Shah Rukh at a very young age. And in a film like My Name is Khan, we work with Dharma and Karan and everybody. I want to understand how you look at that experience today for someone who not just went back to studying after that massive opportunity and then came back in his own way and kind of owned the scene and got like multiple recognition and stuff. So I want to go there. I want to trace that journey, how you look at that today to the person sitting in front of me.
When I think about what I was feeling as a 14-year-old, obviously my most exciting, what I was most excited about was to work with Karan Johar and to be playing the younger Shah Rukh Khan, but also to go to America. I was 14 years old and I had never gone out of the country, and I just assumed that because it's a Karan Johar film, this is also going to be my first international trip. So I had told my parents to be like, ab to passport banwa lena chahiye. And you know, they were also like, yeah. And then 2 weeks later, we found out that my shoot is going to be in Borivali, Chamunda petrol pump. So there went my dream of going to the States. I've never gone abroad to study. Of course, I got lots of opportunities after that to shoot outside the country.
Correct, that's what.
Yeah, but as you know, if you ask me at that point in time, I could have never imagined that I would have the career that I would have. In fact, like till I was even 19 or 20, my focus on music was much more than my focus was on acting. Acting was actually the side hustle and music was the main hustle.
You're changing that soon?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm guessing that that's already changed because you know, the last few years I've done a lot more of acting in music. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you look at that experience as an experience today and you've kind of...
As a complete standalone experience, yeah. Because it's not like when you say that it was such a big opportunity, yes. But it's not like when the film came out, I suddenly started getting offers. Nobody, I mean, apart from some people in school, nobody really knew who I was. You know, they were like, "Arey, Adarsh, my name is Khan." But like, it's not like I was going out on the road and people were like, "Ye to ye bachcha hai." Nobody recognized me. After My Name is Khan, for the next 4, 5, 6 years, I just did ads. And ads used to be like a pocket money for me because I used to make that money and then put it into music. Like we would record like our EP, you know, if we had to buy some equipment, if we had to jam. All of that was most of it was being used in my...
How exciting. I think when you go through that and do the entire thing, it really feels like a personal victory now that you have, when you're debuting as a playback singer. And not just that, as a singer who's performed at Lola. I have to bring that up. I mean, I was discussing with you. It's massive.
It's massive.
And especially when you told me that was your primary thing that you wanted to do. How does it feel to officially be become this singer who's now the world is probably expect more from.
I hope that they expect more from me.
But I love Jee Liya as a track. I think it's
Thank you.
incredible. Just sizzling chemistry again in the video.
Thank you. There's just a lot of gratitude, I guess, and a lot of like just that it took me a lot of time to just have my first song. And actually yesterday I was like, not only is it my first playback, but it's also for myself. I've done this for my character. It's not for another actor, which makes it so much more special for me that I got this chance. I'm just really thankful to KJo and Anand sir. Honestly, I didn't think that this would happen so randomly, because it literally, this was 20 days before we started shooting for the film. I was at the office and KJo was like, "What did you do today?" Said I had a music session. He said, "Oh, what music?" And I played him a working edition of Jee Liya.
Okay.
And he just heard the track and just looked at me and he said, "Can I have this in the film?"
Yeah.
So yeah, it was as simple as him asking me he was like, "Can I have this in the film?" I said, "Are you serious?" "Yes, please." I just called my producer, because we were talking about how to release Jee Liya independently and stuff. And it's not easy to put your music. I don't want to be signed by a label. I want to do my stuff independently.
You have the power in your hands if you.
I will eventually, not yet, but I will. So I was like, how do I do this? Like, how do I release this independently and make sure this track is heard by so many people? And then just KJo comes and he's like, "Can I take it for the film?" I'm like, no matter how much money I pump in to release this independently, will it ever reach the kind of audience
of course.
that it will get through this film?
Yeah.
I love that story. Okay. I want to, before I go into like a fun thing, I want to also ask that what are the kind of advices that you took from your friends who are already in the industry, like from Suhana, Ananya, because I know you've, whenever I saw you there also, I remember in the table, you were asking people for like, "Oh, sir, how you did that when with Prashanjit sir and all." I think there's a curiosity to also learn from people who've seen the industry. So I want to know what were the advices that you got from few people who were in the industry when you were joining in.
I didn't have any advice, so honestly, my dad gave me some really bad advice for My Name Is Khan and I never got the part. Like,
What did he
aise
say?
line bolo. Like, he was teaching me how to act and say the lines, and I didn't get the part because of him. So that's the only advice.
That's not the no, but later in the journey, right? When you meet people, you kind of are curious about actors that you meet and you ask them stuff, right? Is there an advice that you think you remember that helps?
I remember Ramin's advice after White Tiger to me.
Oh, what is that?
That was life changing actually, because I was like, it was the last week of shooting, and Ramin asked me, "So you want to work internationally too, yeah?" And I was like, that is like literally every actor's dream. So he's like, "So what are you going to do about it?" I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "The first thing that you need to do is to work on your American and your British accent, because if you want to be considered for a larger number of roles, it will give you a big advantage if you can do these two accents." So the first thing that I did right after the pandemic hit in April 2020 was, for the next 1.5 years, I just, like a parrot, would repeat the American accent and the British accent for 2 hours every day.
Shall we?
Listening to it on the...
Why didn't you do the "Tu Bachchi Hai Kya" in the British accent?
Oh,
I'm
right,
probably going to
that-
sound terrible because it's been so many months. So
American?
even
And you're right.
both.
Fair.
So every time now, when I get like a call from my American agents, they specify in which accent do they want. Neutral accent, which is my accent, American accent or British accent. If I have to do either of those accents, I ask for 3 days so that I can spend that time again to just get that back.
But you do accents fantastic, so I'm sure you do them,
Yeah,
which
he's
is why I was
too good.
pushing. Hai na?
He's too good with it.
Yes, because even in the thing, you get the whole Bombay Sattar accent so good, obviously. But yeah, anything from friends, from Suhana, and who've also been through similar journeys, like you all grow up.
I mean, I don't think, even with my dad also, I don't think that there was ever like a moment where we sat down and he was like, "This is the advice I'm going to give you." It's I think all about just, seeing each other, and seeing each other's journeys. And I saw my dad's journey also, of course, firsthand. So I learned so much from that in itself. And I'm learning so much from my co-actors. I've learned so much from Adarsh on this set. So just, I think as an actor, it's like part of your job to constantly keep observing people, keep, just life, just keep observing people in life and how they are in their routine. Even if I'm in the car and I'm looking outside, I love just like observing, and I think that's where subconsciously you're picking up on so many things. So yeah.
Yeah, but also nice to have like this sisterhood girl gang who's always cheering for you also.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you have people like that, but I see
Yeah.
that for each other.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
the world
amazing.
loves to believe that women are fighting each other. So far from it. I'm just saying that it's nice, when you have people there genuinely who are in the industry who are like, you know what, I'll be there for you and I know you'll be there for me. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. It's of course. It's like it's a privilege to have friends like that, and it's very special. Like
Yeah.
to have friends who are like family.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Dani.
you.